Okay, bet. Cool. Alright, I'm going to make sure we are live and good to go. If we are live and good to go, then we are in business. Give me one moment. Yes, I see. I got the notification from my email that we are live. If that's the case, that's a good thing. Let me go and share this bad boy out real fast. And to those who are currently or about to jump in or anything of that sort, by all means, feel free. And to those who are, make sure we're live, just share this out a little bit here. We're going to give it a couple of minutes before people jump in, or as people are jumping in, or whatever the deal. Sounds cracking me up, y'all. Okay. So as people begin to file in. Yo. What's up? What's up, Brian? What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Why am I... Hold on. Why? That's not right. That's not sounding right at all. Hold on a second. Guys, how is this sounding to y'all, by the way? Can you just let me know that? How is it sounding? Is it sounding good? Sounding alright? What's up, expert? What's going on? Just making sure we're good to go here before we get started. Make sure we're all good. Make sure everything is sounding how it should, and we will be in business. I don't know why is it. That's weird. Okay, that's sounding all. Are we sounding good? We sounding all right here? Let me know if we sounding good. I know I sounded like slightly away there, but we sounding good? We sounding all right? Sounds good. Okay. All right. Let me pull up the chat on my YouTube page so I can monitor it from there and not have to look away and look at my phone to monitor it and all that other fun jazz. So give me 2 seconds. Let me get it pulled up over here. Oh, and for those that joined me. Okay, there we go. All right, we go. Okay. And for those who joined me for SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, let me go ahead and address that, and then we're going to get to the main reason why everybody's here. Real quick, announcement. For those who joined me earlier today for the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth stream, I apologize for that. Because the headphones, I was recording through OBS, and my headphones got knocked out, and when I was trying to restore it, OBS was like falling apart on me at every single turn. Like seriously, all I was trying to do was hook the headphones back in. And by hooking the headphones back in, I should have been able to just keep rolling with what I was doing, but for some reason, after plugging the headphones back in, I couldn't switch anything to get it going back to my headphones. It's like, for some reason, it took... And it was weird. I was checking my computer speakers. It was saying, yeah, dude, you got your headphones in. When I went to YouTube, played the video via stream, that was fine. That was all good. So instead of deleting and starting from the top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that first stream and just do like highlights of it. Pretty much just do the highlights of what happened. And then the next stream, we will pick up properly where that thing left off, or where it would have left off. So that's how we're going to handle the Shut Your Mouth stuff. Going forward, we should be streaming and everything should be fine and dandy, but for this, I'm going to have to do that. And so I do apologize for it. I did put it to private, so I can do that with it. And then we'll pick up on the stream where it left off. And that should be coming, well, hopefully I want to get it out soon. Okay, everybody. I think we're about. Let's go ahead and get into it here. All right, so What is up? It's your boy J&W Boss in the building. Been a minute since I've been live. Been a minute since we've done this. But I feel it's needed. I know not everybody follows me on social media. So for those that follow me on Twitter and social media, or for those that don't, please do that. Because that's typically where I provide my updates and stuff. In fact, I can actually share my Twitter here in the chat in about 2 seconds. But on the flip side of that, let's get to why we're here. WWE 2K22, this universe mode, what's next, where's it going to go, all that other stuff. I think it's important to mention, though, that after I get to the end of an era pay-per-view, which will be pretty soon, after I get to the end of an era pay-per-view, I am going to take a brief break from universe mode entirely. I'm going to take a brief break from universe mode as a whole. TNA technically been on break since Against All Odds, but I got some news related to that too, so don't worry. I'm going to take a brief break. Probably, 30 day, 1 month break? That's it. And we're going to get back to it. I did it last season, gave myself time to sit down, reflect, reminisce, do all that stuff. Thank you, Cole. I'm going to take a moment to sit down, reflect, breathe, do all that stuff. And then we're going to get back into it. And speaking of getting back into things, TNA. As mentioned before, TNA will be coming back after End of an Era is finished. And since TNA has been the one that y'all have been waiting for probably the longest, that's going to come back first. So TNA is going to be coming back after End of an Era, and then we're going to get to the ACW stuff, which leads me to 2K22. As we are 1 month and 10 patches in. And I can confidently say, without a shadow of a doubt, that WWE 2K22 for universe mode purposes is not good. I'm sorry. There is something about how they work this game and the movement. And to me, part of the thing that gets to me is the movement. Like, anytime you get within a decent range, they're always like stanced up, but they're stanced up in like an almost unnatural. Well, I mean, I guess natural from the standpoint of like, simulating you're about to fight or whatever, but it's way too constant. It's way too common, and it just doesn't look right. And so even that animation sometimes of like switching from that to running or switching from that to walking just doesn't look right. And then from a match creation perspective, I'm sure I'm probably not the only one that likes to use chain wrestling when we're starting a matchup, right? Especially when you have two more technical guys who can, do that technical stuff, for instance. Two technical guys whose moveset almost encourages you to do chain wrestling at the start. So the fact that they removed chain wrestling from the start, that's problem number one. Problem number two comes in the fact that it seems like nobody sells anything. Yes, I know there's sliders you can adjust to assist with that in some ways, but even then, I don't think it's enough properly. Not properly enough to make any of that happen at all. And from the creation side of things, I'm not going to run down all the problems that community creation has had or anything of that sort since the start. I'm sure if you've been on Twitter or been anywhere where people talked about this game, it has been mentioned, it has been brought up, it has been referenced in any conceivable way imaginable. The problem with the creation suite. In fact, literally, I don't know about this most recent pack, but the pack previously, I couldn't even create championship with the basic designs that are in the game already. Yeah, man, the selling of 2K22 is They're almost non-existent. Like, even the tired animations. Have y'all noticed the tired animations aren't even there anymore? Like, they'll maybe drop down to a knee, but it seems like even some of the tired animations aren't there anymore. Oh, also, just a nitpick, but I wish we had the option to turn it off. The stupid red screen. Get it out of here, man. I don't like it in UFC, because UFC did the same thing, but they give you the option to turn it off if you don't want it. So, the fact that WWE 2K22 did not give you the option to turn that red stuff off is a problem to me. It's bugging me badly. So, I'm going to get more into the game, but let me just say how this is going to relate to the series. When we come back, or when I come back from my break, I will, or during my break even though I shouldn't do this, but during my break even, I'm going to see what I can do to get as many, okay, hold on, how can I handle this? Let's start from the call stuff first. Let's start from that call stuff, because there's a lot more that goes into that. So let's start there first. When it comes to the call stuff, is ACW going to be on 2K22 when it comes back out the gate? No. Out the gate? No. Because there are still several wrestlers that I would need to create, which the process is then elongated by the fact that this game has the combo system, which makes designing movesets so tedious. It is extremely tedious. So I get a little less motivated to create characters when I know that that is a process that I have to go through. Now, it also doesn't help. Advanced entrances aren't there. So my fear is potentially having two characters that got the same entrance because, well, advanced entrances are gone. I get why it's gone, but still. So, also, not only that, but I'm still waiting on, I counted recently, about 21 people to get their creations to me. I have reached out to them. I'm not rushing these people, by the way. I'm not rushing anybody, because I get it. You know, I'm not even ready to move this series over to 2K22 yet myself, so I'm not going to rush them. But I would have to wait on them to get their characters to me as well. Which, a sidebar, I would like to kind of implement this rule going forward. In order for me to bring your character into the series, I would encourage you to have other form of contact with me that is not through the YouTube comment section, because I have a rule that I do not like to talk about your character and your progression of your character and storylines of revolving around your characters in the YouTube comment section or in the live chat. In fact, a golden rule I have when it comes to the live chat is if you have any questions, reach out to me on social media. If you don't have that, I'll even accept if you're on PlayStation. Add me there. We can talk there. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But live chat, I don't do it. YouTube comment section, I don't do it. It's getting to a point where if I see it, I'm probably going to delete it or I'm going to redirect you to my Twitter. One of the two. Anyway, that rule aside, I'm waiting on characters, and I have a lot of characters I need to add to the game. So, does this mean that that ACW when it begins is going to be on 2K22 when it starts? That's a no. That is a no. And for how long that is a no, I don't know. Also, one other thing. The parts that are on 2K20, and in fact, for real, if anything, at most, this series may go half and half. At most, this series is going to go half and half. Because of 2K22 as a game itself. As I mentioned previously, the lack of chain wrestling, the lack of selling, the lack of tired animation, the lack of a lot of stuff that makes a wrestling game is not here. Which makes someone who likes to take the time, tell a story, one other important thing, the combo system. the fact that I can't do certain moves unless I started with a strike is as a match creator, it is bugging me so much. It is. It really, really is. So I answered the question that everybody was wondering. For the call show, is 2K20 is for the call stuff. Is it going to be on 2K22 when it begins? No. At most, it's probably going to be half an hour. At most. It's probably going to be half an hour. I'm still going to get everybody created on 22. I am still going to do that. But if you think this series is going to be full 2K22, I'm sorry, it will not be. Am I going to use it? Yeah. Am I going to have some characters in a match on 19, but also at times have it in a match on 20? Yes. Are there elements of 2K22 that I'm going to use? Absolutely. So you will see 2K22 elements in the series. Is it going to be a full 2K22 series? No, it will not. TNA. Let's address that one. You're probably thinking, okay, well, the call stuff isn't really going to be on 2K22. Is TNA going to be on 2K22? And the answer to that is there is a better chance of 2K22 being, I can't answer fully yet, because I haven't fully put a lot of time and energy into the TNA stuff at the moment, because I'm trying to get everything ready for the start of ACW. And not that I don't care about TNA. I actually love it. Admittedly, booking wise is one of the, I at times have more fun with the TNA stuff than I do my call stuff. Just putting that out there. But when it comes to TNA, is there a better chance that that stuff is going to be on 2K22? Absolutely, yes. And that only comes into play when I get better calls for 2K22. Because a lot of the stuff that is up there for the community creations right now, it is not great. It's not that good. Also, coupled with the fact that I'm not sure if this is still a thing or not. If somebody has the game, please let me know. But is the logo limit stuff still causing the game to crash and all of that? Please let me know. If that logo limit is still causing the game to crash and all of that, then yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a problem. Because with 2K19, in fact, part of the reason I was able to successfully, I feel, do the TNA stuff on 2K19 was because I was able to get practically a full TNA roster with just the people I had in the game. Because when I was initially doing TNA, my mindset was to have people who were in TNA before or in Impact at the time of my recording, right? And of course, I can add people to the series and stuff as I went along. It's what I did. That's why I added Tomko to the series to ally with Christian and stuff like that. Okay, fair enough then. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, I was hearing that, and like, if that's still going to be a problem, then that's going to be a problem when I'm downloading COD and such. So, with 2K19, the majority of the roster was on 2K. Well, yeah, right. The majority of the roster for TNA at the time was on 19. So Christian, Rhino, Booker T, Nash. I added Cena, but Bobby Roode, Rhino, Sting, Dean Ambrose. Even though I added him in, but R-Truth. Even I could technically, logistically, use the 2K19 roster without downloading people and have a decent sized roster of people who was in TNA or whatever at some point in time and still make it work. Eric Young, Brendan, another guy. But with 2K22 and the number of releases and stuff, is it possible? Yes. But given that this is an ongoing series, it's harder, and now I gotta find calls for people who aren't there anymore, like Kurt Angle, who's the mainstay in this series for real. So, okay, I thought I missed a comment, but Kurt Angle, for instance, who's the mainstay in this series, you know. Guys like him, there are several people who are kind of out of the game now, who I would need a call for. Rhino, I would need a call for Rhino now. Sting, I believe I would need a call for him too. Wait, no, wait, is Sting in the game? I don't. Is he? I can't remember now. I actually can't remember if Sting's in the game. I don't remember seeing him though. But I digress. But yeah, AJ then, that's cool. Shinsuke then, that's cool. I'm gonna try to find a way to change him to to change the stupid King Nakamura name, but I digress. So is it possible? Oh, Johnny Gargano's in, yes, but Cassius Ohno isn't. So now I have to find one. Candice LeRae is in. Kairi Sane is not, so now I have to find one, for instance. So there are several wrestlers who, in order to make it work on 2K22, I would have to find a good creation for them, and the problem is, there aren't that many of them. And of course, if I'm going to do this and make it look realistic and all, I kind of want them to look good. But also, coupled with the fact, again, that they removed advanced entrances, it's probably harder to create those particular entrances for those particular wrestlers. So for TNA, is there a better chance for this to be more 2K22? Yeah, the better chance. Probably not a likely one, unless I change the format in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But yeah, more possible. I'll update you guys as I go along there. So to kind of recap briefly, it's going to take, I'm taking a brief break after End of an Era to kind of regroup, recharge, all that fun jazz. While I'm doing that, though, I'm going to prepare for the TNA return and ACW's beginning. And also, when it comes to ACW and TNA on 2K22, for ACW, the most it will be is half and half. If I want to do that. Most it will be is half and half. And for TNA, there is more likely a chance that it will be on 2K22. But that will depend on the calls I find, who I find, all of that stuff. So with that being said, before I kind of want to get into talking about the rest of the game too, which I'm going to do that, but I started with the universe mode concept because admittedly that probably a lot of you guys are really going to care to hear about. For those that watch the channel anyway, for those that watch this channel here. Any questions? Any question from y'all? Anyone want to tell me about their experience, either on 2K22 from a creator standpoint or anything of that sort? I'm going to open the floor for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get into just talking about the rest of the game in general. Any questions? Any comments? Any concerns? I'd rather paint rage, whatever you do. Any questions for me as a creator? Anything of that sort? I'm going to leave the door open, beginning now. And in fact, while you guys are either formulating questions or waiting me to move the heck on, I'm going to go ahead and actually send my Twitter link so that you guys can follow me if you want it, because that's typically where I get my news or I provide my updates and such, because YouTube has yet to give me a community tab due to me not having 500 subs. Why is it not letting me share anything? Why is it not letting me share my Twitter? That's a photo. Not letting me share my Twitter link at all. Screw it. Let me do it from my computer. Okay. And no other questions. I guess I'm going to kind of move on and talk about the rest of the game. My thoughts on the rest of the game, though, aside from the creative aspect of it, it's good. Like, I genuinely like this game. It's a fun game. It's a fun experience overall. I mean, let's start at the top. Let's start at the top here. And my Twitter. A second. I'm gonna send that Twitter link right now. There. Anyway, there's my Twitter. Follow me on there. That's where I get my updates and all that. Anyway, talking about the game overall, it's a fun game. It's a fun experience. I genuinely like it. It's like, okay, for me, when it comes to like these 2K games, I typically get them, play them for, I get them because I'm excited and I want to get them. But then over time, I eventually just start playing them really for my Universe Mode content. Occasionally, I'll do some stuff outside of it, for my enjoyment. But for the most part, I'll end up just playing it for Universe Mode content. Which is cool, which is fun. I don't mind that. But with 2K22, I feel it's different because I can actually play this game outside of a Universe Mode context and have a blast. For instance, me and one of my buddies actually are doing a co-GM series together. He, not on YouTube, just between me and him. But the first time, he beat me. And if you're listening to this, and you know who you are, remember, for the second series, I'm currently beating you right now. Because we ran it back after the first one. Because of the new path that added the tag team titles and made the advancements and all that stuff. And the first time we were just playing 15 weeks so he can get a feel for it. So now we're playing it again and I'm winning. I am winning, sir. Do you hear me? But nah, you watching him, bro. You cool. But my GM though, I'm surprised. I've been very vocal and honest about my opinion on the GM mode series of old, the SmackDown vs. Raw games variation of it. And I will sit here and tell you now, I think the SmackDown vs. Raw variations of those games are broken when it comes to GM mode anyways. Because of one key factor. Actually, a couple of key factors. Number one, it felt like the AI could just book whatever it wanted. And it didn't really book with rhyme, reasoning, logic, anything of that sort. Made even worse by the fact that in those games, you could do intergender matches. So unlike today's game, you weren't restricted to male versus male or female versus female. You can do male versus female. You can do male versus female. So I've seen some very weird conglomerate of matches because of that. And so that made booking logically almost impossible unless you cheated the system by turning off a particular setting like injuries and fatigue and all of that. You can turn that stuff off and just make it you can literally spam the whole AI show up and down the board. But it's hard for you to book logically, I feel, in those older games. Because the AI can just spam specialty matches and, again, book a whole bunch of intergender stuff without any really rhyme, reason, or motive or anything to it. Also, it didn't feel like even if you play, okay, granted, the problem exists with the current GM mode, but I feel like you can't play the matches, or playing the matches has no real cost to it. Like, you can play the match and actually have a genuinely great match, but it still only gets a 2-star rating, and I don't know. They need to find a way to fix that. I don't know how. Maybe implement the Fire Pro system of doing things for those that play the Fire Pro games. You know what I'm talking about? Like they'll rate your matches out of 100, and it's built off of competitiveness. I don't know how that AI works or how they would do it, but they need to find a way to work that in to make playing matches within GMO worth your while, or even watching them, even make it worth your while. You know what I mean? Because to me, I think Fire Pro has the best variations of like booking mode simulator thing to this day, in my opinion. Fire Pro Wrestling World or any of the older ones, take your pick. Fire Pro nailed that, and this one is good with the addition of the power cards and being able to play with your friend is pretty cool. But the addition of like power card, the fighting styles, all of that, and I feel it's great. I feel it's absolutely great. So it just feels limiting because of only 3 matches and no mid-card championships and every other reason you've heard by this point for why that mode is not enjoyable. The not the greatest AI, the limited feel and nature of it, lack of match type, the whole 9 yards. So, good mode. I actually like this mode over the SmackDown vs. Raw one, easily. So, when they really expand on it, I mean, we have tag team titles now, which is cool, but, mid-card championships, that would be awesome. And I guess the challenge comes because NXT technically doesn't have mid-card championships. So I can see the problem there. So I don't know how you handle that because NXT doesn't have a mid-card title. So if you pick like a main brand and you have them face an NXT show or something like that, it does create a little bit of a disadvantage. I don't know. GM mode is a plus in my book. My faction, I didn't even touch that mode. I don't like those types of modes. I feel that those modes are several reasons of why gaming is kind of in the shape that it's in. I don't like those modes. On principle, I told myself I would not touch my faction at all. I don't care what it is or why. That's the thing. I'm not going to touch that mode. You're not going to ever get me to touch those modes. So my faction, skipping over it, because I never touched it, never played it. But from what I've heard, it seems it's not that bad, not too bad. The grind apparently seems reasonable. Though some people are upset that apparently they removed weapons from some of my faction challengers, but there was also the side of people that argue that having the weapons made things a bit too easy. So, again, I don't touch my faction, but if you like it, cool. Just, I don't know. I'm not touching that mode anytime soon. My Rise. I like it. I genuinely like it. I need to get back into it. I've kind of fallen off that because I've been wanting to beat Red Dead Redemption 2. But My Ride, from what I've been playing, has been enjoyable. It's been absolutely great. I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. So far, My Ride is a win. Given some things I heard about My Ride, though, I'm a little skeptical about it going forward, but I guess I'm going to see that for myself whenever I get further into the mode and everything. Like I said, I've kind of fallen off a bit due to, well, 1, life, 2, focusing on my universe mode content, and 3, trying to beat Red Dead Redemption 2 so I can get into some other games I have in my backlog ready to go and ready to play, because I've had it for months, but I told myself I need to beat a game first before I jump into something else. So there you go. My Ride, I already covered I kind of covered the gameplay, but we're going to get into a little bit more here. General gameplay is fun. Playing online with friends is a blast, man. Seriously. I actually have fun playing in random lobbies again. For the first time since, I want to say, 2K14. I actually have fun playing in random lobbies with players again. Because in like later games, like due to the reversal limit slot stuff and stamina stuff, it was hard to enjoy regular lobbies. But you take that out, you improve the mechanics, you make the game more fun, you make stuff less easier to exploit, and it's a fun time. It's genuinely a fun time. Me and an online buddy of mine, we were playing a triple threat match with one particular guy, like that we met in the lobby for like several hours. We played like 5 or 6 matches with a guy. It was fun. It was genuinely fun. You know? So, oh, by the way, the bring me to online. Online is great. Online, I very seldomly have had connection problems when it comes to playing online with people. And community creation specifically, okay, it's not bad, but it definitely needs some work. There are numerous times where I searched up a particular hashtag or something, and it seemed like every single option that was in the when it was showing the results of my search was not anywhere close to what I had lined up, or not anything close to what I should have gotten with the hashtag that I searched. So, I don't know, they need to fix their search engine of some sort. Also, is it just me, or is it hard to find certain creations? I can see people post on Twitter all the time. Shout out to the people that do them. But, like, they post their calls, or they post their arenas, or something up there. And I don't know if it's just they take it down, or it's just hard to find due to the search thing messing up on you. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird to me. Oh, hey, Bella. Hello. I did not see your comment there. My apologies. Hello. Yeah, so when it comes to 2K22 specifically, community creation needs some work. But online itself, pretty fun. I like it. It's enjoyable. I have a blast playing it, man. Seriously. All right. Universe mode is untouched. If you liked it in 2K19, I think you might like it here. Yeah, and I think this year 2K is real specific on how you do your tags because, like, they do include lowercase letters, so I'm guessing, like, when you're doing your hashtags, like, they want you to type it directly as that other person has it. And sometimes when people are promoting it, they either may not know that or something. So it creates a little bit of a challenge to find certain things sometimes. So again, that may just be how they have the hashtag and stuff. That's just me though. And like I said, that may just be me. Or they may take it down for all I know, but I don't know. Creation. Thanks. Well, let's stay on the topic of creation because Jeremy, you brought up a good point, bro. Creation. Whew. Okay. All right. Create a superstar. Let's start there first. It feels untouched, but it also feels like they changed a very key part in it. And I think I can see where the inspiration came from for this. So I'm sure as everybody knows, when it comes to creating your wrestler, you can change your body type. And you can change the style and class that they are. So a striker, a technician, a brawler, a giant, a powerhouse. Oh, one complaint I will say about giants. Is it just me? Or when you make these taller guys in game, they don't look that tall at all. Seriously. Yeah, it kind of feels cloned off in a way. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's weird. When you're making these taller guys, you can make them up to like 7'4", I think. But then when you look at them in match, they don't look that tall. I don't know what it is, but it just, is it due to the camera? But it's weird. They don't look that tall to me when it comes to creating larger people. But yeah, you can create you can do a lot of the same options that you could in 2K19 with a couple of new additions of the persona, which will help you if you're trying to make a quick call, so I do appreciate that. Really? I guess how so? Elaborate. I personally don't feel it more restricted, but I'm all ears here. The only thing I will say is to kind of get back to what Draven mentioned here, when it comes to the height body type, you can change your height, yes, but you can change your height, but you can only change your weight a certain amount, and it does adjust your height the higher you go up, which is weird. But I guess it makes it a little bit more realistic, I guess. I don't know. It feels like they took the NBA approach with doing that. Hello, Candy. But it feels like they took the NBA approach with doing that, because in NBA you have archetype, or at least last time I checked, I haven't been too up on these NBA games, but like last time I checked, you had archetype and you had different builds you can make, and it seems like they took that approach, which I don't think worked all that well here. Okay, personally, I don't have a problem with the creation given I like how they have the body and whatnot. Okay, fair enough. I mean, well, it's like a lot of the same body types, so it's like nothing much has changed in that regard. But what I do miss is when you were able to like select what type of shoulders you wanted, or select the type of back you wanted, and to kind of design your body of your character based off of what they had, which was pretty cool to me. I like that. Okay, just philosophy you can't play. That's all right. But yeah, I do kind of miss that you can't like change the body types, or not the body types. You can change that, but like you can't change specific stuff about the body. Like in 19, you can pick a particular chest type, a particular back type, arm type, shoulder type, bicep, wrist. That was cool, and you can kind of come up with your own unique look based off of that. The height and weight stuff, I kind of don't mind, because it does provide a bit of more realism. Because some people, they will make a guy whose average height, like 6'2" or something, and they look like they're built out of stone and over 400 pounds, which ain't realistic in the slightest. Like their weight didn't match the body type or height that they had. Well, technically height and weight are like interchangeable with each other, but how the character looked and how much they weighed sometimes didn't like line up. And I know this as a call creator because I've had to lower some people's weights because of how their call was, of what their called height was and what their called weight was. Didn't make a lot of sense, so I had to lower the weight down. But I digress. Yeah. So it eliminates that. But I do miss the body types, and there were some complaints about the hairstyle, about them not having enough black hairstyles, and I can agree, wholeheartedly agree. You have an NBA team. Take some inspiration from them, please. Names is fine, signs, whatever. I tend to skip over that. By the way, can we get to a point where we can create a sign, please? Like using custom logos and stuff. Can we create a sign? Is that too complex? No? Yeah, create a sign would be nice. You know, to really add more personalization, because I kind of get sick and tired of using the WWE signs or picking these dumb generic signs that they have. Let it create a sign, please. Up to... I don't know how many sign slides you would need, but let it create a sign. That's all I'm asking. Just Come on, use custom logos. And it's perfect for guys that have like original creations and original universe mode stuff. Even though people don't pay attention to the signs for real. But it was just a nice ad. Nice little ad. You know, create a sign. That would be cool. Right? It's something nice, you know. So. Hold on. Trying to check something real quick. Oh, yeah, I'll check that out later. But yeah, I got a notification. I can respond to that later. But yeah, they could have some more stuff to create a superstar. I personally don't mind it, but I can see where you're coming from, Draven, with feeling like it's restricted in some way, because I can kind of see it a little bit. Create an arena. Oh boy. One main problem that I have. What is up with the blue lights? If you ever created an arena, you probably know what I'm talking about. For some weird reason. Popping cool. Popping, bro. Good stuff. Good stream earlier, man. And by the way, when you got up in here, go check out on Culture's channel his stream that he did talking about what 2K22 and his theory they're gonna do. Check it out. And it just gets funny and random. Check it out. It's good. It's a good time. But anyway, 2K22 and create an arena. Oh boy. Okay. What's up with the blue light again? Seriously, every time you create an arena, there's always like this blue light and you can't get rid of it. It's annoying. It is so annoying. I don't know why, but it's just like, it's like aggravating and it doesn't look good a lot of the time. They make your arena look just off in whatever way. And this typically happens regardless of the lights you put above, regardless of the lights you have on your stage. In fact, some Tron time will automatically make the lights blue when you don't want them to be. And it'll automatically and you can't change it. Because for some reason, that's how they made the Tron, and it has the lights all blue and stuff. But I will say this overall. Please, 2K, please, add some more creation parts to the Creator Arena mode, please. With all the custom arenas you guys made for the My Rise and My Career of the past, and with all the venue types you've included, with the My Rise and My Career, My Career modes of the past, please add some more arena types or venue types and stage stuff and Trons and mini-trons and all of this stuff. Please add some more stuff. I feel like we've been using the same creation parts since 2K16, maybe 17 or 18. But either way, it's time to update some stuff, because people run out of ideas pretty quickly. Add some more stuff, please. Thank you. Oh, right, you can't. That's a good point. You can do that. I didn't even think about that. I was talking about my Rise earlier. You can't do that, right? Which also leads me to the problem of, why do you have characters fully functioning in a specific mode? Why? Why? I can't stand when games do that. Why do you lock these characters off in a specific mode? And then apparently take the creation of people down when they recreate them. Why? Literally, why? And, there's one key point I'm going to get into later. Going back to create an arena here. Yeah, y'all need to add some new parts. It works. It's functional. We can do the Thunderdome stuff. cool, I guess. And they did add some new movie types. It's more the generic versions and nothing really too fancy and not anything too different than what we've seen before. But okay, whatever. Please add some more stuff though, because it's getting a bit tedious now. Please add some more stuff. Venue type, stage type, Tron type, add all that stuff. Please, we need it. We really, really need it. I don't get that at all. I don't get that either. When it comes to the whole, like, you put these characters in the game. You then, to make it worse, you put characters, real life characters in the game. Like Dominik Dijakovic. But no, we're stuck with T-Bar. Or whoever he was. In the Retribution. But yet you have Mia Yim and Reckoning in the same game? But you can't put Dominik Dijakovic in there? Explain that. Apparently, if I'm wrong, Goddess Alexa Bliss in there too. But we are stuck with the fiendish version of Alexa Bliss. I don't mind it, but it's like, come on, why do that? And then why punish people for wanting to play, essentially wanting to play as that outside of that mode? And plus, you give us access to community creation. Why would you do that? You didn't stop people before from, like, uploading, like, their versions of Baron Blade and stuff. You didn't stop people from doing that before. Just saying. Come on, guys. Get them together. Come on. Seriously, that's not okay. Yeah, they kind of did. They kind of did, for real. Yeah, that's my problem. That's one of the problems. There's another one I'm going to save for the very end. But that'll go. Anyway, back to Create an Arena. Add some more parts, please. That's all I'm going to say. Create a moveset. It's good. Here's one problem that I keep noticing. The new moves that are added. Why are all of the new moves favoring these smaller guys? Why? I feel like the moveset is... The new moves added, a lot of them cater to these smaller guys. And so creating a big man is kind of hard because there aren't a lot of moves to cater to these big men. You're not going to be seeing a big man do all these tilt-the-world stuff. You're not going to be seeing a big man do a sling blade and stuff. You're not going to be seeing any of that, so please add some more moves to accommodate for the fact that not everybody is a smaller guy. Even for some of the more average type guys, you know, add some more submission types in there. You know, change it up a bit. You know, I mean, I get it. You know, the flippy stuff is admittedly cooler to look at in the game and all of that other stuff. I understand that. But it wouldn't hurt to add some more moveset for your bigger guys and your more, average type guys that aren't really about the whole flippy stuff. Add some of that. Just saying. You got some new moves, but come on, put some more in there. Come on. Create a show, same as 2K19, whatever. Move forward. Create a show, same as 2K19, whatever. It is what it is. Create an entrance. Advanced entrances aren't there, so you're picking an entrance and going. That's kind of sucks. Please bring back advanced entrances as soon as humanly possible. Championship. Last time I tried this mode, it wasn't working. I couldn't create championship using with the base stuff in the game. So I'm gonna give it a run through again. But it seems like nothing really changed in that regard too, which is fine because admittedly that mode is fine. I don't know what else you could really add to it. But when it comes to championships, I will say please fix how they look on calls and anybody else in the game. Because, oh man, if I see one more championship going over top of a jacket, I'm going to have a problem because that's a common thing. The championship, they always look great on real life wrestlers, but on calls, they just never look right with having the belt again over top of jacket, open jacket. Anyway, that's just visually like, that's annoying, and it doesn't look right because you know good and well, even if that wrestler was real, he would not be putting the championship over top of his jacket unless he carried it like over his shoulder. But other than that, no. Put codes in the game that will allow for a championship to be designed underneath it. That's the one thing I have. Speaking of entrances, though, they look great. Entrances look phenomenal, actually. I have not seen a bad entrance in that game yet. If I'm missing one, I know I'm probably am because I haven't played as every single person in the game. But if I'm missing one, fine. But out of all the ones I've seen, great, beautiful. Even the DLC entrances from the first Bandai pack. Umaga, super fun to play as. Omar, super fun to play as. Yokozuna, haven't played as him yet. Rikishi, very cool. And he got his little dancing thing when he matches over the victory. I like it. So, and yeah, Universe Mode, Untouched. Unfortunately, they did remove promos. I'm not complaining about that too much because admittedly I didn't use them and the system wasn't that great in the first place. So, it is what it is. Sorry. Creative video. Again, nothing too much, nothing too major. Some of this stuff feels like it, which I guess let me kind of just go ahead and give my final thoughts here in the game because I've pretty much talked about a lot of the modes already. Oh yeah, his entrance is awesome too. They nailed that. Other than the music, it's a stupid 10-second loop. Put this whole song in there. Come on now. They did the same thing with King Booker too. I don't know why. They did it with King Booker and they did it with Umaga. Just do the 10-second loop and not include his full song in there, which is weird to me. Very weird. But I digress. Oh, showcase mode. Missing matches. That's given. Missing matches. Could have added more, but how they did it, I liked it. I genuinely did. I liked it. I need being a Ruthless Aggression era fan. Please just give me one excuse to have the SmackDown figurine in the game. That's all I'm asking. That's literally all I'm asking. Just, I need an excuse to have that figurine in the game, please. Yeah, that's right, Nick. I would wish they had that too. I wish they had it too. That's the one thing I would say. I noticed that for championship entrances, because when I got the game, I immediately gave him the WWE Championship, the spinning one too. I did Umaga versus Cena. Payback for 2007. Dang on it. He really should have won the WWE title, though. I really don't get why he didn't. I really, really don't get why he didn't. But, yeah, whatever. He could have did it. Could have held it for a couple of months and had a superhero beat him. Maybe Cena again. I don't know. Or Triple H. I don't know. And maybe if he, won the title at, I don't know, New Year's Resolution. Not even WrestleMania. Maybe, he wins the title at, Backlash or something. Hold it to the fall and hold it to the summer or something. Triple H beats him and whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, imagine if he won the WWE Championship at Backlash or something. Not even WrestleMania, if you didn't want him to main event WrestleMania. But imagine if he won the title at Backlash, right? And holds it to the summer or the fall or something. Something brief like that would have been nice. That's exactly what I thought about too. That's exactly what I thought about the Better Than Utopia table. For those that don't know, that's a reference to Bad Numbers of Raw 2009. The Better Than Utopia. It was William Regal, MVP, and Umanga, like William Regal would call him. I probably might make that table in the game. I thought about doing that. I probably might do it now. But anyway, yeah, entrances look great. All the DLC characters look great. I haven't played with Casey Catanzaro yet. I haven't played with her yet, but from what I've seen, she looked really good. Her engines look fun too. So there you go. That's pretty much. Yep, pretty much. Yep. So that's pretty much all of my thoughts. Covering the game, covering, and just to recap for those that missed it, for ACW or after end of an era, I'm taking a brief universe mode break. ACW at most will be half and half. It's probably going to remain on 2K19 at least, maybe up until the first pay-per-view. And TNA, there's a better chance that it will be on 2K22, and in fact, TNA will be the show that's coming back first, since it's been away for so long, and I know people have been wanting it to come back and waiting for it to come back. So TNA is going to be first, then it's going to be ACW stuff, and then we're going to roll from there. TNA is a better chance for it to be on 2K22 than not, but that'll also depend on the number of creations. And I'm still waiting on like several good ones to be made, and I just need to do setup, like just getting the Undisputed Era logo for the UE and all this other stuff. So I'm waiting on some more decent creations to move forward, and I'm still waiting to get like creation for some guys that are in the series right now. And ACW, yeah, TNA coming back first, and then it's going to be ACW stuff. And will it ever be full series on 2K22? Probably not. Like I said, ACW for most, it will be half and half. For TNA, there's a good chance, there's a better chance it'll be on 2K22, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So, will it come to 2K22 in some ways? Yes. Will it be a full switch to 2K22? Probably not, due to everything I mentioned before, with gameplay and how it does not really favor those who do universe mode content. There you go. They made a reference to it in 2011. It wasn't an official thing, though. Like, they made a reference to it in the John Cena Road to WrestleMania storyline. And then for FBR 2009, it was a full thing and everything. They had the flag and all, which was awesome. And then Tony. Shout out to my boy Tony. Oh, man. But any questions, though? Any questions about ACW, TNA's return, end of an era, even? Which brings me to announce I look to have that show out by the end of May. I have the final All Out Revolution episode in the process of being recorded. And then I have the All Out Action episode in the process of being recorded. Those, again, will be the final All Out Revolution and All Out Action episodes in the series history. So please, tune all the way in for those. Hello, Camaro. Yeah, for All Out Action and All Out Revolution, tune all the way in for those. You know what I mean? That's the final one, you know? We good, you know? Come on out. Drop by. Alright, that's pretty much a wrap here. Any other questions? Or anything you want to talk about? So what you want to talk about? Anything else? I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes. Hope all of y'all have been having getting in general. Thank you everybody for dropping by. Okay. How long have we been streaming anyway? I don't even know how long we've been going for. Over an hour, not bad at all. Okay, there don't seem to be any questions, any comments, anything of the sort. Okay, well, I think we are about to close out then. I am going to ask once again that if you all may, follow me on Twitter. There's my Twitter link. Or it's in the About page of my channel if you don't want to click it from there. But prefer to follow me on Twitter. That's where I post a lot of my updates and stuff until YouTube gives me a community tab. AKA, I would need 500 stuff to do it. So if you can, I did need one more person to hit subscribe to that channel so we can hit 500, baby. Anyway. Anyway, so since there seems to be no other questions, comments, anything of the sort, we are going to go ahead and roll out. So I would like to thank you all for joining. I would like to thank you all for stopping by and watching. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to click the like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos and streams on this channel. Spread the word. Spread the word about the channel. To the next time I see you guys, be a boss. And I will holler at you guys later.